Help, I missed my court date. I missed my biometrics appointment. I missed my interview. What do I do? Well, we get these questions quite a bit. It's always very scary when you have an appointment. And the answer is about what to do. It depends on what type of, of interview or appointment we're talking about. If it's a biometric appointment, usually those can be rescheduled with USCIS, but you want to make sure you do it as quickly as possible, because if you wait too long, your application, whatever you're filing for, can be found abandoned, and you don't want that. That means you would have to, if it gets abandoned, it gets denied, and you're going to have to restart the whole thing all over again. And yes, you would lose your filing fee money. If it's an interview, that's a lot more serious, because many interviews, the presence of the applicant there is actually required in order to grant the benefit. And if you don't show up, then USCIS is within its rights to just deny your application for abandonment. And the end result of that is going to be the same as what I just said. You've got to start all over again, except this time, if that decision denying your application leaves you without any lawful immigration status, then USCIS can also initiate deportation or removal proceedings, and that would be a really nasty surprise to get in the mail. So again, sometimes USCIS will issue you a letter saying show cause as to why you didn't appear, but the main thing that you need to do is update your address, call, and make sure you don't miss that appointment. The last thing, and this is probably going to be enough for an entire video by itself, is what if you miss a court date? You're already in removal proceedings and you have a court date and you miss it. That is probably the most serious consequence of all, because failure to show up at a court date results in what we call an in absentia order of removal. The judge can order you deported from the United States, and then you have to show cause as to why your case should be reopened or the order of removal should be rescinded or taken back, right? Before you're allowed to continue with whatever you were trying to file for. And once that order is final and all the time periods for appealing it or reopening it have expired, then you're going to be stuck with a removal order. And when I say not showing up, that can also mean being late. Okay, so whatever you have to do, and this is burdensome on a lot of people, whatever you have to do to make sure, if you have to spend the night in a hotel across from the courthouse, do that to make sure that you're not late on the day of, so that you don't miss these appointments. The system can be very unforgiving, and it always costs a lot more to clean up a mess than it does to prevent one in the first place. So thank you for the question, and I'm hoping that everybody stays safe and keeps their schedule ahead of them, and doesn't lose faith. This can be a long path, a long torturous path of getting through U.S. immigration. Don't do anything to make it harder for yourself. Thanks.